Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video we'll be talking about blueprints versus C++. Now this is a very large topic, but I'll be trying to break it down as much as possible, and this will be much more in depth than most other videos that you'll see. And yeah guys, we'll be first of all talking about the major differences in the functionality of blueprints and C++, and we'll be talking about where to use blueprints and where to use C++. In between, we'll also be doing a performance test in a few test case scenarios, and finally I'll be showing you guys how to convert blueprint to C++. So without any more delays, let's get started guys. Alright guys, so I have a blueprint function here. This does something which is almost equally taxing as something you do typically inside your game. So I'm just performing a trace, I'm just having a loop over here, selecting a random integer. I'm just making sure this loop runs a fixed number of times so that our measurements are consistent. Then I just trace, then I just check if the hit actor is valid and then set a variable based on that. Something typical which you do in a game. Now let's actually play this, and I'll also tell you guys about the setup over here. So I just have a variable which I store the current time in, so I'm just using the function now, and then what I do is I subtract that with the variable. I get now again, and then I subtract that with the variable, so this gives us the time that this function took to run. So now minus the variable we stored before starting the function. So if I just go ahead and press play, you see that it's 0. Now what 0 means is that it took 0 milliseconds to actually execute this function. But of course you won't be having this function run only once in a game. So let's say you had a weapon firing function, which would be almost equally taxing, if not more, depending on the complexity of your game. You'd have this run a couple of times at least, and by many players if it's a multiplayer game, or by bots if it's a single player game, and you'd also have other events which run. So what we'll do is we'll run this inside a loop. So just for demonstration purposes, let's actually run this, and it took 41 milliseconds. Now that's already a lot. You guys could see the game hitch over there, but just to show you guys what it can actually mean to put a frequently occurring event inside of a blueprint, let me demonstrate. If I do this, 39, 35, 37, 35. So as you guys can see, the game's hitching a bit. So if I keep turning the camera, you guys see it's kinda hurting your eyes, I'm sure. So the reason this is happening is not because blueprints itself is slow. The reason is that for each of these calls, including the loop, let me show you. So this for loop is just a blueprint macro basically, which just runs and functions like a loop. And if we head into a function, we have another loop here. So what's actually costing is not the complexity of the function itself, but going back and forth to the virtual machine. Now what actually blueprints is basically your blueprint code runs on the virtual machine, and all of this basically, including your random unit vector, random float, all of these are actually just C++ functions. So the program control has to basically like switch between the virtual machine and your native code. So that's what actually causes the switching between, is what actually causes the performance problems. So basically for each one of these, so we get a random unit vector getting a random float. Of course you'll have many of these in a final game, so this is not even close to demonstrate the problems you'll have. Actually my previous version of my game, which was called Vengeance, I'm not sure of the name now, so even that used complete blueprints. It used very little C++. Now the game used to hitch a bit. It's mostly due to performance limitations of blueprints, as I told you guys. And again getting the hit result, and again this is going to be another C++ call, and again getting back to your virtual machine and coming back and running this. So this is what's causing the performance problems. So if I just go ahead and run, you see the game hitches, and if I keep running this, of course it's going to continue to hitch. So yeah guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and in the next part we'll actually be looking at the solutions. And what you're seeing in the background is my current game, I'm not sure of the name. If you guys could suggest that on my Discord, that would be an amazing thing you guys could do to contribute for this. And if this video was helpful, make sure you guys leave a like down below, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you aren't already, and make sure you hit the bell icon so you won't miss any future videos. And yeah guys, link down in the description is a link to my Discord server. Make sure you join that. Goodbye.